Okay, welcome back. This time we're going to look at the interface for the World of Tanks on Xbox One. This is the garage where you pick all your vehicles and etc. Looks very similar to the PC version, albeit I don't have the premium account. I'm going to assume it probably looks exactly identical to the premium account on the PC version. I'm hoping to bring unified premium access to the Xbox One version as well as the PC, so you can share your premium with the PC version as well as World Warships. This is the upgrade screen. Now, I have a big problem with this. Everything's in a package versus on the PC where everything's individual, where you select your turret, your gun, your engine, your tracks, and you can kind of determine where you're going with your tank. In this case, World of Tanks is sort of pre-doing it for you. So the Char D hull upgrades your tracks, which somehow, according to the thing on the right, upgrades your view range. I have no clue how the hell that is or why that is, but it does. Then if you move up to the next one, the NC2 package, you end up with a 13mm Hotchkiss machine gun. So you lose your 37mm gun, and you get a fucking 13mm machine gun. Real win rate there, Wargaming. And then you go to the NC31 and you get a 47mm gun. So finally you're getting back to a real weapon, which is good. I mean, shit, I might skip the NC2 upgrade. I'll buy it, but won't mount it just because of that. And then the top upgrade's the 25mm gun again, which is the same gun that you get on the Renault FT, and then you go to the D2, albeit the D1 option seems to be optional, which is nice. Ideally, you probably want to use the 47mm gun on this. Yes, I'm clicking around and it's not properly synced. I'm still figuring out how to do this real well. This is just a quick package overview and stuff, and it explains what I just explained. Everything's in a package. There's no individual modules like there is in the tanks, which is stupid. I don't really like this. I would rather select my gun individually and everything else, and here we see like the penetration and everything. To give you an idea of why I'm complaining so much about that 13mm machine gun, 29mm penetration on the 37. Okay, that's reasonable, I suppose. It's not going to do a ton. The NC2, you get 23mm penetration. Now you're starting to look at problems. You look at problems because of, tanks like the D1, which I'm going to show you in a moment. The D1's armor and everything is about, I think it's like 40mm, 40 on the front, 40 on the sides, 40 on the rear. Just let me figure out how to get in there. There we go, open details. I'm sorry, it's 30mm all around. Still, there's a roll here, and you're going to be pretty fucked on your ammunition. The stock gun, you'll need a good roll to get through this thing's armor. That's not including any angling, anything else. And right now I just noticed something, but we'll go back into that in a quick moment. Any eagle-eyed World of Tanks player probably noticed what's in my garage that I hadn't noticed at this point when I was recording this. The upgrade module to me is meh. Is it a problem? Probably not in the long run. Everyone runs like one configuration. Now here's the crew stuff, and I'm not quite, this seems more like World of Tanks Blitz. And about now I just burst into fucking laughter, because I just noticed I have a Panzer IIJ. I have a Panzer IIJ. Okay, let me explain why this is funny. On the normal World Tanks and PC version stuff, this is probably the most OP fucking tank in the game. Period. Bar none. This thing is stupidly overpowered. I think it has one of the highest run rates on any server. This is why. It has 80mm of frontal armor at tier 3. It has 50mm on the sides and the rear. That means it's virtually impenetrable to most tanks at its own tier. In fact, tanks at tier 4 will have problems with this. It has the same armor as tier 5 heavy tanks. So why is this thing, even in the game? Well, on the PC version, it costs over $100. You have to basically find somebody in Russia who sends you a code. But the only weaknesses of it is it's very slow and the gun is abysmal. The gun has problems dealing with anything at its tier. It's a crappy KWK-38 L55 20mm autocannon, and it sucks. But that's not really the freaking point. It's a Panzer IIJ. I got it for free somehow. I don't even realize. I guess it has something to do with Xbox. I guess if you have an Xbox Live Gold account, you get Panzer IIJ. So, fucking, way to go Wargaming. I think you've just broken your fucking game already by giving this thing out to every single person with an Xbox Live Gold account, which is pretty much everyone who's going to play this damn game. Now, whether that's going to make for fair battles or just a bunch of battles where you these things trying to kill each other, because guess what? Even with APCR, they can't. Anyways, let's move on and look at some of the other things. This is the ammunition consumable interface. I'm not really sure I like how the ammo loading works, because when you reduce the amount of shells of one type, it doesn't add to the others, which kind of sucks. Makes sense, but also sucks at the same time. In here, you have your consumables, same as the desktop version. You've got your normal repair kits and everything that repair one module or crew member or put out fire, and then you've got the premium ones where you have to pay a lot more for, but they'll be automatic, and they also have the passive bonus of reducing damage and also the chance of fire if you take the fire extinguisher. Low tier tanks, I wouldn't bother with this unless I'm really just in a puppy kicking mood. In that case, I would probably put an auto fire extinguisher and chocolate on the thing and then just go to town on everybody. The gasoline is useful when you're in a scout, just to give you a bit more engine power. Again, low tiers, not really something you want to be blowing your few credits on necessarily. There's other more important things I would blow credits when you're first starting this game than wasting them on this stuff. I would put them more towards training your crew members, getting them better. It's going to matter more in the long run. Anyways, moving on, now we get to equipment. Again, same as the PC. You've got your camouflage nets, binocs, coated optics, gun laying drives, spall liners, stuff like that. Spall liner are very useful at this tier because you can run things like T-18s spamming HE at you, and also noobs spamming HE at you. Vents and crew skills always good. Enhanced torsion bars. That's actually really useful for some of the low tier tanks that go really fast, so you don't shred your tracks off, at least on the PC version. Toolbox. Yeah. Anyone new to it, the little gold thing in the corner is a nice touch because that tells you which ones you have to pay to remove using gold versus being able to trade them between tanks. Basically, the only ones you can trade between tanks are the toolbox, the binocs, and the camo net. The other things you all have to pay, I think it's about 10 gold. I don't know if it's different on the Xbox version, and you can move it around. Customized, you basically have camo. Camo essentially gives you a slight camouflage bonus on the PC version, should here too on the map that it's a type of. Overall, pretty much similar to all the camo designs I see, except there is a new addition on this, and I really hope they add it to the PC version, and that's these urban camo patterns, which look absolutely fucking awesome, especially this one. I really like that dark wave camo pattern. I want them to add that to the PC version, and hopefully they will soon. Beyond that, you have your inscriptions, which let you put words on the side of your tank, like if you want, say, Rosa or Wotan on the side of your tank, one for each side of your turret. It's just decorative. Emblems in case you want, animals, military stuff, miscellaneous, flags, flags of various nations, including some that aren't so popular with some people, like Russia. Moving on, Belarus, Ukraine, Soviet Union, which actually pisses people off more than Russia. Germany, because not obviously World War II Germany for very obvious reasons, namely lawsuits. Laws, actually, not lawsuits. And then we have Kyrgyzstan's flag, which looks like the Xbox One logo. I have no words. I didn't know that flag looked like that. Obviously, I would assume that Kyrgyzstan has probably been around longer than the Xbox, but still. And then, of course, you have Ireland, Estonia, Greece, Belgium, New Zealand, South Korea. No, I think they removed the North Korean flag because people complained. But yeah, and then lastly, you have your XP conversion. You can convert any saved up XP on elite tanks and transfer it to what's called free XP. You can use this to either skip ahead in tank lines, or you can use it to unlock modules and avoid the stock grind. Overall, and then finally, sell tanks. Never sell premium tanks. It's a stupid idea. Overall, it's pretty much what you expect from the PC version, albeit laid out in a slightly more console-friendly manner. Is it good or bad? I don't know. So that's pretty much it for this video. Have a nice day. I'm bad at this.